We continue our series here looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly for each team across Major League Baseball. Today, the team we're discussing, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open, we're looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly for the Diamondbacks. We begin with the good. And when you look at the good for this organization, top prospect Corbin Carroll has been called up. There's going to be a lot of eyes surrounding this player for the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is one of the better outfield prospects in Major League Baseball, and for the Diamondbacks, this is going to be the guy that you build your future around. There's going to be questions as to how serious the Diamondbacks are really going to be able to contend, but being able to put your top prospect out there can get fans interested in your team in a late September run, even though you're outside of the postseason window in the National League West and in the National League wildcard. For me, the Diamondbacks bringing up Corbin Carroll is a very good sign for trying to compete in the very coming future in 2023 and beyond. I think there's going to be a lot to like for the Diamondbacks as they are building, even though it seems quiet compared to other teams in their division. They're building a quiet future and a quiet core that is really going to be able to have outstanding benefits. Now, as we look at the bad for this organization, they are nowhere near the postseason picture. The Diamondbacks find themselves 29 games out of the National League West Division and 10 games out of the wild card. Being so far out with so many teams that have to jump over to be able to get into a postseason spot is really going to leave the Diamondbacks in a very precarious position. They're not really close enough to be able to be a postseason team, and they're not really far enough away that they're going to get a good spot in the draft. They're going to be stuck in that middle ground, and that is not a good place to be for the Arizona Diamondbacks. As we look at the downright ugly for this organization, the reason that they're stuck in no man's land and it's a very bad spot to be in is because this is the Dodgers division. Right now, the Dodgers have been a several year, nearly decade-long powerhouse in this National League West Division. The Dodgers have had a stranglehold atop of the National League West Division. As I said, the Diamondbacks are 29 games out of the division lead in the NL West. But when you look at what that means for the Diamondbacks is they're always playing for second best in this seeding arrangement in terms of the National League postseason picture coming out of the Western Division. When you look at the Diamondbacks, being a player in the wild card hunt is going to be a much easier task. But when you're playing for a potential short series, as opposed to being able to be a division winner and get superseded and have a bye round in that first wild card round, you're now putting yourselves in a much tougher place to justify trading away some of your young prospects. As we said, they brought up their top prospect and are slowly building a quiet core to really try and compete with the Dodgers. However, the Dodgers are such a monstrous powerhouse that it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything better than a wild card seat. So the question has to be asked is whether or not the Diamondbacks are even going to be in a position to even care about the wild card spot. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What are the good, the bad, and the ugly for the Arizona Diamondbacks? Let me know that down in the comments, or head over to Twitter and find me at banter_baseball to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with Weesibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting that subscribe button on all three channels. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code DBACKS for 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season as we continue to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly for each team across Major League Baseball, as well as the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.